An update on the forecast. It's going to be pretty hot today. Like you said, we're going to join the East Coast.
Yes,
there.
the East Coast seeing those heat advisories continue, and we're going to jump into the 90s this weekend. But hear me out. Maybe keep an umbrella handy this weekend.
Interesting.
Not because it's going to rain.
Oh, come on.
Because you'll bring some shade.
The tease. The tease.
Okay, so I was looking on Amazon, and they have umbrellas that are specifically UV proof and windproof, apparently.
Windproof.
I don't know how that works, but it doesn't.
That'd be hard.
Yeah, I don't know how to windproof an umbrella. That's why I don't really carry an umbrella with me instead of rain jacket.
Yeah, I've never been the sun umbrella person.
But some of those umbrellas are pretty cool, you know.
I believe it's called a parasol. Right?
Oh, okay.
Parasol. Oh, yes.
Parasol.
That sounds so posh, though.
break out the parasols this weekend to avoid the heat and avoid getting sunburned. But we're joining the party, like I said, with heat advisories taking over parts of the eastern United States from Arkansas to Mississippi up into Pennsylvania. But we'll see warm air take over, hence 90s in store this weekend. But a beautiful sunrise so far. If you're in the Carson Valley, go outside and check it out. 58 degrees right now walking out the door. On the way to 90s today. 90s continue this weekend and next week for a warm week ahead. Fire weather potential will be on the increase as humidity values drop. Luckily, winds remaining pretty calm, so no watches or warnings yet. 90s this afternoon taking over after 2 o'clock today with 93 for Reno. Warming up this weekend. Calm winds throughout the morning picking up this afternoon as well. Tonight, 50s in store, so still holding on to those upper 50s in the overnight hours to help bounce back temperatures. But tomorrow and Sunday, mid-90s, and then getting close to upper 90s with 97 for Sunday. Warm air off the southwest taking over. This is dry and warm air to increase temperatures and sunshine. Hits clear skies so far statewide this morning. A few clouds off in Elko around I-80 this morning, but besides that, clear skies pretty much statewide. A few clouds to the Sierra pressing into Mineral County this afternoon, but overall sunshine takes over the state throughout this weekend, and wind speeds calm this morning, increasing to around 15 miles an hour this afternoon, with wind-prone areas like the Washoe Valley, getting into the Carson Valley and Carson City and Virginia City, seeing chances to get 20 to 25 mile an hour wind gusts this afternoon, but that'll be a nice breeze to cool things off. Trees still the main concern for allergies as well. That's been the trend this week. Upper 80s for most of the neighborhood temperatures, 90s if you're closer to the downtown area, 90 degrees in Somerset and Northwest Reno, seeing 90s with 92 in Sparks and 90s to Hidden Valley. 78 degrees for Lake Tahoe today, just in case you want to escape the heat, and then mid-40s tonight for chilly conditions in the overnight hours up at Lake Tahoe. Mid-80s to Ely with 86 degrees, as well as Austin, 94 out in Hawthorne. Today for a warm one in Fallon, 94 degrees, 91 in Dayton, and 93 in Lovelock, 89 in Winnemucca. We'll be seeing temperatures today in the mid-90s for Reno with 93 degrees, 91 in Carson City, 70s to Lake Tahoe. Tomorrow, temperatures increase a few degrees, getting into the mid-90s again, and only increase from there. It is Friday, so odd number houses, be sure to water your grass and escape the heat to Lake Tahoe, seeing 70s and 80s for a beautiful lake weekend, and 90s for the foreseeable future here in Reno. I'm going to go back to the Lake Tahoe graphic because, well, let's see.
It'll let you.
Yeah.
Can we reverse?
No, we can't reverse. That's okay. Oh. But, yeah, 90s on the way for Reno, so escape the heat up at Lake Tahoe.
I was going to say, we have those options. And again, we've said this before, not just the lake, you just get up to higher elevations. We have beautiful trails and Chickadee Ridge Trail, East Tahoe Rim Trail, anything you get up elevation and it can drop 15, 20 degrees.
Yeah, I went up to Truckee yesterday and it was really nice up there.
Beautiful.
So
we have the options out there, folks.
Yeah, and seek shade if you want to try to avoid some of the heat if you're staying in Reno, and maybe grab that umbrella.
You got me picturing people with parasols walking downtown Truckee.
Okay, there we go, parasol.